And our correspondent Jugal Purohit joins us live for more on this story. Jugal, if we can come across to where you are right now, one of the big promises that Arvind Kejriwal had talked about before the elections was that Jan Lokpal Bill for Delhi. If he does that, we could potentially see crossed swords once again with the centre?
That's right, Pierre. In fact, what we are understanding is that in the first week of February itself, that's the session of the Delhi State Assembly is when the Aam Aadmi Party intends on tabling this bill. And the peculiar situation with regards to Delhi is that for anything, and mind you, in this Jan Lokpal, the version that the Arvind Kejriwal-led Aam Aadmi Party intends to actually propose has police powers which are embedded into that structure. And if that be so, then they will require the concurrence of the Home Ministry. So one is assuming that there will be yet again a crossing of swords, because the Home Ministry comes into the picture, and we are aware that the Congress Party wasn't very keen with regards to the Jan Lokpal of the time. I mean, that's there for everyone to understand and know. So will the Congress Party relent? How will they take a stand in this issue? These are going to be key questions with regards to just how this bill will go on. And the only worry for most of the Delhiites is that if it does not go in the way and manner that the Arvind Kejriwal-led party intends it to go, then perhaps there could be a similar dharna yet again.
All right, and that's really something that could be worrying the union government once again, that there could be this sort of face-off once again once the Jan Lokpal bill comes up for discussion in the Delhi Assembly. But just take us through what the thinking, the strategists, is amongst the strategists of the Aam Aadmi Party. How do they view that most of the media is actually, reporting that how Arvind Kejriwal has had to accept a fig leaf of a face saver yesterday?
Well, Ruchika, there's no doubt about the fact that Arvind Kejriwal has had to accept something which was way beyond, or rather way below what he intended and what this fight began with. But the fact remains that they were also looking out, and so was the Home Ministry and the Union of India, for a compromise formula which was worked out. And remember, the Home Ministry had already announced the judicial inquiry, so it could not have taken any other action except for asking these officers to proceed on leave, and this is a paid leave, so there really isn't a punishment as such that they've been given. But looking at it from the Aam Aadmi Party's point of view also, what they've achieved may not be exactly what they wanted to be, but then let's remember that a lot of people out there were fighting for it. And it will, for the next time that any minister of the Arvind Kejriwal led Aam Aadmi Party's cabinet approaches the police, they've successfully installed this fear of the Aam Aadmi Party in the minds of the police, that they need to be taken very, very seriously, and that Arvind Kejriwal will not remain the kind of lame duck chief minister which we've seen in Delhi in the past, when everything attributable to law and order, the chief minister would simply put his or her hands up. Arvind Kejriwal has managed to change that perception, at least among the Delhi police, that his government, his ministers cannot be taken as lightly as the Delhi police would take the other chief ministers and the other governments.
Interesting perspective there. Jugal, many thanks for getting us those updates early on.